now we're going to walk into the world of race inequality. And as we walk into the world of race inequality, you have to see choice. I want you to see choice and chance as fused. And today we're going to have the first lesson in this, but we're going to come back to it many times throughout the semester. Okay? What is it? All right, let's go with that. So take a look at this. Take a look at this graph. Median household net worth. How do you explain that? How do you explain that racial wealth gap? How do you explain it? Really? How do you explain it? Why is it so different? Look at those differences, man. Choice and chance. What's choice saying? What's the choice side say that explains that? Choice side, man. You ready? Who wants to take it? Who wants to do it? Choice. What's the choice explanation? You want to do it? You want to take it?
Choice?
Yeah. Why are black people and Hispanics and Native Americans so poor compared to whites and Asians?
I'm going to say the way the country was founded and how the Constitution started, how it was built for wealthy white people, white men.
Okay, but how? No, hang on. Now you're over in chance.
Okay.
Okay. You're a black woman. I got to really push you into choice now, right? Because you're not socialized in the choice one. Explain choice. Hispanic, black, Native American. The choice explanation says what about their choices compared to white people? Why are you poor?
Choice can be how hard you work and how your mindset is.
Okay, got you. So what choices are they making? All these people down here, man. What choices are they making compared to all these people up here?
I don't know.
What do you think? Bro, what do you think?
That is true. I don't. If you're going purely off
Dude, you don't need a mic. You're right. My God.
If you're going...
No, use it. Go ahead.
If you're going purely off of the graph and only talking about choice data, then I guess what this graph is saying is that white people and Asian people make better choices than Hispanic, black people, and Native American people do. Because if you're going purely, if it's correlation between money and choice, then since white people have more money, they're making more better choices. Just talking about what this graph is saying.
Okay, listen. You got it? Because this is what we're talking about. Because this is what people see all the time. They see these differences, and now we're going to make these determinations about choice and chance. So choice says, the choice explanation says that these people are making the choices to be rich. They're making better choices, more thoughtful choices, and these people obviously are not making very good choices. Right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
You got that? Do you have a...
So, it looks like white people are making better choices and black and Hispanic people, Native American people, I guess, are not making, good choices, but, how you're saying how, choice and chance are...
No, don't go there right now. You're going to go to where they're fused, right?
Yeah.
I don't want you to go there. I want you to stay right here.
Okay.
Choice. Just stay choice. You see? So here's the issue. When you stay right here with choice and chance, remember how I said what happens with us when we start to make an explanation for human behavior? What happens is we start down one of the roads. And as we start down the road, it becomes the choice road. The choice road. It's all we see is choice. Or we're down here at this side, and then we start down this one, and it's chance. It's all we see is chance. And so, whereas where you want to go, and conveniently enough, you're sitting right in the middle. It's like, no, but what about both? And I'm saying, no, don't go with both. Stay with choice right now. So they're making better choices. Anything else about choice?
Yeah, basically. I would just say the two aren't mutually exclusive. Like, it's kind of like the chicken or the egg conundrum. Like, I don't think you can define which one comes before the other.
No, you can't, but that's not what I want to do right now.
But you can't, then you're putting us in a catch-22.
No, but you know why I'm doing that? Because that's what most people do. They treat them as mutually exclusive. Because if you listen to arguments of your friends, just like Donald Trump, when I used the example of Donald Trump, and I said, yeah, his father gave him a $10 million loan or $1 million loan. How many of you have had the thought that, yeah, his father gave him all that money and he had all that education, he went to Ivy League school, he had, these, really good school, like a military academy kind of stuff and all this amazing stuff. Chance. It's like, yeah, he had all these things, privileged white man and privilege and privilege and privilege. And how many of you also said, and he's brilliant. He's brilliant. He gave him $1 million and he turned it into billions. Like, oh my God, we couldn't do that. No, did anybody have that? Like, we go down here, I never hear anybody make the choice one when it comes to Donald Trump. You go down this road. So the point is, even with Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, what I hear all the time is choice. It's the American dream. Work harder. If you work harder, you can get ahead. You're not making the choices. Make better choices. Like, what's the problem with you? Like, you're just sitting around. You're not doing anything. Go to school. Study. Like, Jiggy had, her parents were going to whack her with a bamboo pole. But it's like, well, okay, have parents whack your kids with a bamboo pole. Whatever. Do something. But do something different. That's the choice thing. And then you start down that road, and I'm like, okay, well, that's cool, but come back down here. And so what I'm saying is, I just want to play this to its logical conclusion, because that's how most of us think. So we'll get to where they're fused, but not right now. Do you have a choice thing? All right, Mom.
I just think Black people and Hispanic people choose, I guess the choice, would be, we don't know how to manage the money.
Okay.
We don't know money.
Okay, beautiful. Another one. Choosing, what could you say? What would the choice explanation be? We're not saying this is the true explanation. This is the choice one. Black people, Hispanic people, Native American people, you're not choosing to manage your money very well. What do you do when you make money? You win the lottery. What do you do?
I need a chain. I need them shoes. I need this.
Exactly, dog.
I need that Maserati. I need that.
Got new rims for my car. Got my tax returns. So I'm going to buy those $2,000 rims that I really want.
You need to smoke that.
Exactly. I don't got shit in the bank. I got nothing.
To the den, but $2 Tuesday. The list goes on.
Dude, do you think before Donald Trump had his first mutual fund, do you think Donald Trump bought new rims for his car? Come on, man. You got that? How many of you are rich in here and your parents are still driving like 96 Acura Integras and they could buy a brand new Benz E-Class or whatever, but like, nah, man, Acura Integra is cool, got it. Because I got my money sitting in this really rocking mutual fund getting 32% interest and like, yeah, I'm going to have gazillions of dollars. Like, I don't need to get a new car. That's the choice. We're going to stay there for a second. Bro.
I also think it's like the choice of like the younger generation, like following people that are around them, like
What's that?
Like, just like imitating what's around them. Like they're just choosing to do what's going on around them.
Exactly. So the choice, there's another one. Yeah, you're choosing to like imitate people around you. You're not choosing to look up to, I don't know, like watch the PBS shows during the fundraisers about, how to invest your money. You're just going to watch, get on YouTube and watch some old Jay-Z or Kanye videos or something, right? I don't know. Okay, you get it? Choice, chance. Choice, chance. Okay, so now, let's do this. Let's walk down this path. Hispanic, Black, Native American. You ready? Chance side. What's going on with chance? What's going on with chance?
The neighborhood they live in.
What's that?
The neighborhood they live in.
Yeah, and you got to be careful. Remember, half of all Black Americans in the United States are middle class. And of the other half, You got upper middle class and upper class, and then you have working class and poor. So be careful about, be careful about that. But okay, maybe neighborhoods.
Financial opportunities that they're
What's that?
given. Financial opportunities they're given.
Yeah, maybe
Like
less
bank
financial
loans.
opportunities. They're given choice, chance. Like maybe you're less likely to have. Okay, what else? What else? Dude.
Like the location you're born, because like some inner cities, they don't have like updated like school districts.
Okay, so maybe location, where you're born. Maybe you don't have the same services, same schools, same rockin' schools. Hang on. Somebody else who hasn't spoke. Anybody else? Where else? Yeah, bro. Hey, Jiggy, can you get a mic to him? Dude, fourth row up. Dude with the cool hair. Is that a choice to do your hair like that, bro, or was that chance? You sure it was a choice, man? How do you know it was a choice?
Because I just wanted to do it.
Yeah, where'd you have the idea? Can you see his hair? Can everyone see his hair? It's not that crazy, but you just woke up one day and out of nowhere said, "I'm going to choose to." What'd you do? What'd you do? Bleach it? What? I don't. What
Yeah.
Bleached it?
Yeah. Not me. I went to a place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just chose randomly.
Yeah, it just was like, I'm going to do this.
Were you like doing shrooms or anything, or were you like?
No, not them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but go ahead. Yep.
Genocide and slavery.
What's that?
Genocide and slavery.
Okay, genocide and slavery. So now we're walking up here. You got a history of slavery. You have a history of genocide. You have a history of the treatment of Hispanics, Latinos, Chicanos, etc. So like, what's that history and how do you overcome that history and so on and so forth, right? Choice, chance. We're working together here. Okay? You see, choice, chance. But we're going to talk about this. We're going to come back to it for the moment. Go to the next slide. Take a look at this. Here's some rockin' information for you, y'all. SAT scores correlate with family income. So here's your overall SAT scores. This was 2012. It's the same every year. It's been the same for umpteen decades. Here's the score, average score. These are all backgrounds, all groups, just by family income. 0 to 20K, 20K to 40K, 40K all the way up to more than 200,000K. Watch how SAT scores correlate with family incomes. They go up. As income goes up, SAT scores go up. That's not true for every person. These are aggregates. These are group averages. So the person who has the highest of all these people who took the SAT in 2012, yo, listen, of all the people, I'm responding to the yes buts now, of all the people who took the SAT in 2012, it's entirely possible that the 5 of the 20 people who scored, or the 500 people that got perfect scores on the SATs, it's possible that 50% of them had family incomes of 0 to 20K. Not likely, but it's possible. You got it? We're talking averages. On average, the higher your family income, the higher your SAT scores. Okay, are we good? You got it? What's family income have to do with SATs? Think about that. What's it have to do with SATs? Bro. Yeah, where you go to school. Where, like Jiggy. Jiggy. Oh, there you are, dog. Like your family. Did they go to college? Your parents?
Yes.
They went to college?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. So more likely to go to college. Bro.
If you can like hire your own private SAT tutor.
Hire your own private SAT tutor, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. Doesn't matter. Okay, next slide. Take a look at this. We're coming back here. You ready? Who has the highest SAT scores on average? Who has the highest SAT scores on average? Dude. Bro, I'm going to ask a white guy. Who has the highest SAT scores?
White people.
Who has the lowest SAT scores?
Native Americans.
Who else? Second lowest?
Black people.
Dude, bro. Who has the third lowest SAT scores?
You're not putting me on the spot.
You're on the spot, black man. Go ahead.
I'm not on the spot.
Yeah, you're not on the spot. You ready? Who has the third lowest SAT scores? So we start with Native Americans, black people.
Where to go, white people?
White people? Yeah, exactly. White people. Yeah, exactly. Hispanic people. White Hispanic people. So listen. Dude, you're going to get a question right before the end of the semester. I promise you, man. So listen. That doesn't mean every person. We're looking at averages. We're looking at averages here. And these are one of these things that we got to talk about. Go to the next slide. Take a look here. It's actually, okay, white people, Asians in math. Come on, man, of course. Not in writing, but in math. I mean, that's just given, right? You start, Chiggy, did you start your math problems in the womb? Where the rest of us are listening to Beethoven in the crib?
I'm actually not even good at math.
You're not good at math?
No. So.
Hey, wait, can I ask a question?
Stop with the stereotype.
When I joke around with Asians about being good at math, am I crossing a line? You as an Asian
they better
woman?
expect it.
They should expect it? Yeah? Yeah, you don't think I'm crossing a line? All right.
I don't think so.
Do any
but
Asians think I'm crossing
I think every
a line?
person is different.
All right. Well, we won't ask anybody. Okay, look. Look, white people, Asians, and then here, it goes kind of back and forth overall. American Indians. Now, the reason American Indians are higher than Hispanics and blacks is simply because of the way people categorize themselves as Native Americans. So a lot of people categorize them. You can categorize yourself on the SAT as Native American. You know, you could be like Elizabeth Warren, where you just put it out there as a Native American, but like, whatever. Sorry, Elizabeth Warren fans, but such is life. And then look at black people and Hispanic people. Here's the problem. You ready? Here's where this stuff, choice and chance, comes together. Choice, chance, choice, chance. What if we only look at this right here? Look at mathematics, writing, critical reading. Look who's on the bottom. What's the reason for that? Forget about everything I said. What's the reason for black people being on the bottom? What's the explanation for that? You don't see any of the other stuff. You just see this right here.
Because they're expected to.
They're expected to?
Yeah, I feel like it's just like teachers and stuff like you're not expected to do like well in math or do well in writing, and I feel like that has an effect on kids, like, you know?
Okay.
So I feel like that's, so like expected to fall in that line is what makes people fall in that line, you know?
Okay. What also about maybe you're just dumb?
I mean, yeah, but I feel like that could be for every category, like, you know.
SAT score, right? Like,
but your skin color doesn't make you dumb. Like,
no, here, we're giving you exams to everybody. It's the same exam to everybody. And we say, and this is choice and chance, and we say, look, we give it to everyone. They take the exam, and look who shows up on the bottom. Obviously, they're not as smart as everybody else, right? But to come to. Listen. If you don't account for choice and chance and see them as fused together, what happens is we lose the opportunity to have a thoughtful explanation of causality. So if I look at this graph as an example, without understanding choice and chance, without understanding, for example, SAT scores, and the importance of family income, how it correlates with SAT scores. And there's no reason in the world you would think it would correlate in the way that it does, but it does. Then I can come to conclusions like, for example, well, clearly black people aren't as smart. Or black people are lazier. Hispanic people are lazier. Hispanic people are not really interested in doing well on tests. They're not really interested in school. Hispanic families don't insist that their kids do the homework. I can come to all these choice explanations or chance explanations that don't really explain what's going on. So, but when you actually get a more complex understanding, here, let me do this. Okay, I need a, who's a poor white person? Poor white person. Dude, you? Rich white person. Bro, are you rich? You gotta be rich. Bro, can you stand up here real fast? Who's rich? I need a rich white person. Not super rich, but rich. Dude, you. And I need a middle class. Can just come here real fast. Poor, middle class white person. You? All right, come here. Here we go. You ready? You're in the middle. Dude, you're down here. Okay. What's your name?
Brandon.
Brandon.
I'm Alex.
Alex.
Daniel.
Daniel. Brandon, Alex, Daniel. Brandon, the poor guy. Alex, middle class woman. Daniel, the rich dude. Look at, he's even dressed rich. Like, look at it. Look at you, dog. All right. Ready? If I had each of you pull out a $5 bill and bet it on which one of them had the highest SAT scores, they're all white. Who are you going to bet it on? Brandon, Alex, or Daniel? Sorry. Come on, dogs. Seriously? $5? You want to lose your $5? Dude, you're going to bet it on this guy. Given what you know right now, you're going to bet it on him. So now, if I change these 3 people with 3 Mexican people, or 3 West Indians, or 3 Indians, or 3 whoever, it doesn't, Chinese, doesn't really matter, wherever I go, and we do the class thing again, and it's like Manuel, or Daniel, Alexandra, and Manolo, I don't know, right? Manolo, right? Here we go. And we do the same thing. They're all Mexicans. And you're going to bet your $5. Who are you going to bet it on? You're going to bet it on Danielle. It's a class thing. So when we go back, if you can go back real fast, bro. We go back here, and we start looking at all the things that happen down here. All the things that happen to people down here. But we conveniently forget all of the factors and forces. See, down here in the United States, what we need to believe in is down here it's all about choice. Because you gotta believe in this thing called the American dream. That if you work hard enough in the US, you can get ahead and you can do really well. And you could be Donald Trump if you wanted to be. Of course, you never would be. So you could go here. For poor people, we got to believe this. Because you know why? Because especially if you're successful, because it's the only way to deal with your success. But what we then do is turn around and we say, so you got it, right? So you got to explain this somehow. And the only way, when you're sitting down here, like, is your family really rich or just kind of rich?
Like kind of rich. My parents make in the 300,000s combined.
300,000s combined? Oh, that's not much. My wife and I make 500,000 combined. Just kidding. 500 combined. All right. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Okay, so listen. So, okay, but that's not rich compared to some people. Who's like really rich in here? Anyone want to raise their hand?
I was going to say I want to raise then.
Yeah, all right. Okay, but anyway, listen. If you're in Daniel's shoes, and you want to understand how you got here, you gotta believe that you're here working just as hard as everybody else, right? And that here, hold on a second. And that if you work really hard, they're working really hard, and then you deserve to be here. Am I right on that?
Right.
Are you equal to this guy right here?
Yeah.
You're equal to him? Dude, he's poor, dude.
We both made it to the same room at the same time, so clearly.
Hang on a sec. Can I have a microphone? Alex, you're just going to be in the middle of this. Bro.
Yeah.
Do you have how much money do your parents make? Talking to the mic.
My parents are divorced, so like it's just my mom. So I don't know, like.
Where's she work?
She works at the Hershey Med Center.
Yeah, what's she do? What do you think she makes?
I don't know, probably like 60.
Dude, 60 isn't poor.
Like,
hang on,
50-ish. I don't
50 isn't
know.
poor
I don't
either,
like,
dog.
keep track. I'm only here because that's where she works.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm only in college.
Oh, hang on, can I get a poor person up here? I need like a real poor person. Dude, are you really poor? Okay, hang on, you can sit down,
okay.
dude. Yeah, actually, no, you can stay here. You're working class. You can be next. I need a poor person. All right, dude. You better be seriously poor. Okay, what's your name?
Fatih.
What is it?
Fatih.
Fatih?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us your story.
What do you mean?
Yeah, how poor are you? You don't look poor.
Well, my mom doesn't work and my dad makes about $25K a year.
$25,000 a year?
Yeah.
Dude, now that's fucking poor, right? Okay, that's serious. Your mom rules him. Okay. Yeah, so how are you here?
FAFSA.
So are you taking out a ton of loans?
Not really. I mean, since it's in-state, I'm not really paying too much, honestly. It's only like $6K a semester.
Yeah?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not too hard to handle. But like,
as a white guy, you're only paying $6K a semester?
Yeah.
So wait, FAFSA is grants or loans, though?
Grants.
Yeah? Okay, so do you have a car?
No, I don't drive.
Have you worked? Do you work?
Nope.
Have you worked?
Have I worked? Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you pay for your own clothes and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have 2 older siblings.
2 older siblings? Your dad makes $25K a year? Where do you live, in a tent?
I live in North Philly, so basically.
In North Philly? Are you like the only white guy in North Philly? Dude, do you know this guy? He's the white guy. He's the white guy from North Philly. We all know him, right?
I mean, I guess I classify as white.
Okay, so, all right, so okay. So here's the deal, bro. Are you equal to that guy? What's your name again?
Fatih.
Fatih?
Yeah.
What's your background?
I'm Turkish.
Oh, yeah, Turkish, that's right. All right. Are you equal to him? Is he equal to you?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, see, this is rich people. I love how rich people work, right?
Hold on.
You really are rich, bro.
Hold on. We're paying the same thing to be here.
Yeah, okay.
So that's convenient.
Okay, when he graduates, what's going to be his graduation gift from his parents, do you think? His father makes $25K
Pat on the
a year.
back.
Is he going to get him in like a new sweatshirt or something? Hey, Fatih. You know what I need? You need a new T-shirt, bro. We're going to hook you up.
T-shirt?
What are you going to get when you graduate, bro?
I don't know, like a car.
A car. All right. What kind of car? Even the rich guy, Brandon, thinks that's insane. Like, what kind of car?
Hey, I'm in his boat.
Okay, I got you, dude. What kind of car?
I don't know, like...
Toyota?
Yeah, like a Ford or something.
A Ford. Okay, I got it. A new or like 1987?
Probably within like a few years.
Yeah, all right. Okay, got it. Bro, how are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'll probably just look for a job, I guess.
Yeah? Where? Yeah. Like, where?
Where?
What's your major?
Computer engineering.
What is it?
Computer engineering.
Computer engineering? All right. Yeah, because you're Turkish, right?
I guess.
So listen, are you ready? Watch this. This has nothing to do with race. You got it? It has nothing to do with race. How many of you expect Fatih and Brandon and Alex maybe? Alex, what do your parents make? Like,
What?
What do your parents do?
What do my parents do? Well, my mom is a stay-at-home mom, but my dad is a computer technician at JP Morgan.
Okay, so you're solidly middle class.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, all right, got it. How many of us think that Fatih, forget about what's your major, bro?
Finance.
Finance, of course it is, exactly. Of course. The fuck, why wouldn't I think finance? All right, how many of us think that Fatih is really standing on equal look, all things considered, y'all, choice, chance, choice, chance. Fatih can make all the choices in the world. You weren't a sociology major. You could have made that dumb choice, but you didn't. Sorry, sociology majors. Oh, I guess I'm a social major. Yeah, and I'm here, exactly. That's my point. All right, so look, Fatih chose computer science. So there are all sorts of choices, right? But he can make choices after choices after choices. But how many of us think, honestly and seriously, that Daniel's connections are just like just coming from a different family, are not going to help him? How many think that Daniel's connections are not going to help him? So therefore, how many think that Fatih has an equal chance of Daniel to like fly to the top? How many of us really think he has an equal chance? You think so?
The one person.
Hang on. You think so? All right, hang on. You're the only one in the whole room that said yes, by the way, so I want to hear what you have to say. All right.
I don't know.
No, go ahead. Like, what do you think? What are you seeing? Just tell us what you're seeing. No, because I think it's valuable. Really? You don't have, you're changing your mind? Oh, fuck. Wait, hang on. She does. All right.
I mean, I'm just, his choice to be a major that had any engineering in the title gives him an advantage, as a lot of people say. So he could potentially make more or the same amount of money.
Okay, yeah, he's not a Soc major, right? No, listen, though, hang on. Follow me here. Y'all, you ready? Dudes, listen. Yo. Follow me. It's choice and chance. It's choice and chance. They go together. However, you have to break it apart a little bit. He can choose. Listen. No, keep the microphone. Actually, what's your name?
Jackie.
What is it?
Jackie.
Jackie. All right. Sorry, dude. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Brandon's got my back here. All right. So look, he can, dude. He might end up way further than Daniel. He might. Oh, you don't know. You have no idea. Dude, what is he? What's your name again? Fatih might make the most amazing choices, and Daniel might become a pothead. You know what I mean? Like, bro, your parents are going to get you that car. You're going to start doing, like, bong hits out of it. You're going to get it confiscated. It's like the whole 9 yards, and you're going to crash it. And, like, that could happen, but it probably won't. But it could. All right? So here. Dudes, wait. I can do this in 2 minutes, but I need everyone take a deep breath. Okay, you ready? Dudes, here. They go together. However, when you're weighing what's likely, not what's going to happen, what's inevitable, but what's likely, we're in a sociology class. And in a sociology class, we're always looking at averages. I don't know anything about you, dude. You might be the laziest dude in the world. You might be the hardest working, and the two of you might be also the hardest working. I don't know. But if I'm just looking at it from the outside, and if I'm looking at all these averages, I'm going to say, this dude is not going to go as far as him. He's not. It's just not. But, you know, there were a lot of people who graduated college, and when Donald Trump graduated college, his father only gave him $1 million. And there were other people whose fathers gave him $10 million. And so, you know, that like you got, let's say, $10 million, and you get $1 million, but yet you'll go way further than he will. We don't know on an individual case. We're not looking at individual cases. We're looking at the larger grouping. Okay, is that cool? Dudes,